No one's that.
Hello, welcome to Toffee TV. We're back again, like the Renegade Master. It is match night. So we thought we'd do some build-up to Everton versus Leeds United. 8 o'clock tonight at what is promises to be an absolutely freezing Hill Dickinson Stadium. Although, ironically, inside, normally, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Getting there and coming home and all that, it's normally perhaps on that route. But are you looking forward to the game, Pet?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, I'm not. No, could have just done with. This is like crime time on BBC One at 8:30. Goes on till 10 o'clock. I've got into that. It's really good. It's dead like laid back, set in like the Norfolk Broads. I'm well
What
into
is
it. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Lindley or something. I've got well into it. It's like an hour and a half, but the hour and a half goes over dead quick.
What is it? What's it?
It's like just a police,
drama?
like
Oh,
nice
okay.
little drama to sound. The hour and a half goes quicker than going to match. That's all I know. Do you know what I mean? Like that hour and a half, that 90 minutes seems to take ages. Whereas this 90 minutes is just that little cool. And then I think at 10 o'clock, like you've probably got like Gone Fishing on BBC Two or something. That to me is a Monday night. Do you know what I mean?
Not football.
No, footy isn't for Monday nights. This needs to be knocked on the head. Monday, Tuesday, Monday is our next 3 games. That's nonsense. That can't be real. Everton need to sort this. They must be losing a shed loads of revenue between people not going to game and people like not turning up.
But then they're probably getting 1.5 million for being on or
It
something.
just pisses people. It can't be 1.5 million for Monday nights. No one watches it.
It's the games, every live game you get like a.
No one watches Monday night footy anymore. Surely. I hate Monday night footy. It's dreadful. This is the only positive, and you know what I'm going to say. Costco tea.
That's it.
That's the only positive
That's a real
of
positive.
a Monday night footy. But now, listen, Everton have got a boss chance tonight to put themselves in a nice little position.
Yeah.
If they don't go full Everton, they've got a nice position. The teams who are above us had a off weekend. So if we could get the 3 points tonight, that puts us in a really, really good position with some winnable games coming up. Some really winnable games coming up. So Everton have just got to grab it with both hands tonight.
Yeah, we haven't took advantage this season, have we? There's been a couple of occasions when we really could have took advantage of it, and it hasn't really happened. And then you sort of go, well, all right, we'll sort of put that one by, and we just, see what we can do. And then we seem to get a couple of unexpected results, and we're back in that position to have a go again. And, we can't keep passing up the opportunity because at some stage it won't come again.
Yeah.
And David Moyes was, he was really disappointed with Chelsea away when we had the opportunity to get into the thing. I mean, even though we're playing Chelsea, I mean, that early camera work was controversial, James, wasn't it? I mean, that made me no position. We blew that, and then Brentford, we had another opportunity to sort of get us right up to 5th, I think, and we got beat there. So let's hope tonight we can take advantage.
Yeah.
But it'll be a tough game. These are going to be up for it. They're energetic, aren't they? And in Dominic Calvert-Lewin, they obviously carry a threat, and it's worse of a threat. Even if you just step back from Dom and just seeing a striker who's got as many as he has, you go, you've got to worry about him. It's worse because it's Dom, obviously. Yeah. So everyone's like, oh, for God's sake. But it's up to us to keep him quiet. It's not like he's going to take us by surprise. We know all about him. We just got to make sure that we don't give him anything free to go at with his head, jump into and make it difficult. Try to stop the crosses in.
Yeah.
And do you think, I mean, we've talked about this a few times, but do you think Everton would be better served tonight to be more cautious? Because at home, we seem to get caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. We just seem like we know we've got to be on the front foot because we're at home, and therefore we don't seem to. We have done it against Fulham and Forest. We really got on top from the word go and kept it up, but sort of the last few games, He's been wide open and unable to get any real sustained pressure going, and we've been caught high up the pitch. Newcastle, Spurs, same kind of thing. Would we be better served going with almost an away mentality?
Yeah, I think that's when we beat Forest. I think that's how we played that day.
Well, we were energetic, weren't we?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We allowed them to turn the ball over to us in good areas, and we took our chances. And I think Moyes mentioned this the other day, didn't he? He was saying about like playing at home is different from playing away. Well, yeah, and you've seen that a lot this season from lots of different teams.
Spurs.
I think Sunderland are the only unbeaten. Have got the only unbeaten home record now in the Premier League. So you're seeing it a lot. So I think maybe that we mightn't play that as much like that because there's no Jack Grealish that we normally do, trying to move the ball to his side and work through him. So yeah, I just think just be a little bit cautious. Let the game. Don't force the game, which I think sometimes we try and do early on. It's like we try and force the game, and then we have good 10 minutes, and then the next 10 minutes it all just seems to not fall apart, but we just start letting silly things happen. So set pieces worry me tonight. They're the thing I think that are their main threat. So we've got to be on it for them. But yeah, there's no need to. I just don't think there's any need to force the game tonight. I think we'll have opportunities, and Jai being back hopefully in the team. And it'd be really interesting tonight actually to see what the squad looks like. Because if you look at like Dewsbury Hall seems to be making loads of noise.
I want to say that, well, Jay Ratcliffe, who's one of our Premier members who lives in Leicester, he's convinced Dewsbury Hall's playing, starting.
Maybe, yeah.
So I don't know if Jay's right, wrong, or just guessing or wide at the mark, but he's posted the thing today, hasn't he? Dewsbury Hall, like with the game and all that. He done that thing on Friday and everything. So, listen, maybe Everton kept him back a little bit and he was sort of ready. He could have possibly been in the squad against Villa, and maybe they just wanted to make sure with him and kept him back a bit. And then, but he should. You'd expect him with all of that he'd be at least on the bench tonight, with all the noise he's been making and doing the things. And Jai back, I expect him to start. Adrissa, I expect on the bench. I expect Branthwaite on the bench tonight as well. I'll be really surprised if Jara's not on the bench. Not that you need to use him, but I just think if he's been training and Everton have shown him in training and stuff and mentioning him more, I think he'll be on the bench, and I think that just gives everybody a boost. You look at the bench tonight and just say it was the same team with just Grealish out and then Jai in, and then the subs were Jarrod Branthwaite, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, Adrissa Gay, to go with like Beto, Asnu and whoever, Seamus, and all of a sudden you look at that bench and go, well, the manager's got 4 or 5 options there as a sub, and where for the last few games he's had 1 or 2 as the maximum. So I think that gives everyone a boost. And well, I mean, what would you do with the midfield? Because I know the 3 of them were fantastic at Villa, and it was Roll's best game by a mile. And I thought Harrison Armstrong was excellent. Jimmy's going to play anyway, isn't he? So what would you do? Would you leave it, or would you be tempted to put Adrissa in?
No, I'd leave it. I think Adrissa, could come off the bench, and then you've got like 2 away games coming up, haven't you? Where maybe Adrissa might suit them games, and better, so no, I'd leave it. I think Njai comes back straight into the team, obviously, and that will be done with obviously Grealish going out. That might be the only change tonight. But
and I hope he goes on the right and he puts McNeil on the left. I don't think Dwight works on it. He doesn't. He's going to play. He's better being on the left hand side, and get him to. He's saying to McNeil, put balls into the box. You've got that left foot, use it, get them balls in the box. Let's get Cierno Barry attacking crosses. No, he's good in the air. Give him, Dom, they're going to be doing it with Dom. They think of their goal he got at Brentford the other week. They were getting, they weren't in the game, and then Nonso throws a great cross in, and Dom just gets on the end of it. Great header, it's 1-1. Then Leeds go and try and win the game, and we just don't do enough of that with Barry. People can talk about his deficiencies or go, well, he's not, making this chance himself or that. But let's go and look at his goals for Villarreal. A few of them were balls in and for ball. And he was getting across defenders and getting his head through it, or winning headers and knocking it down. It's like, you can see all around the box how dominant he can be. Let's get some crosses into their box and let him attack it.
I think it just has to become a thing, doesn't it? Like start doing it and getting him used to it. But you know, might not happen overnight, like other parts of his game, but definitely got to start putting balls in the right area and say, "Go on, you attack them."
Attack it,
you know, that's the whole sort of mentality of like when XG started, wasn't it? It was like putting the ball in the right area for a striker, and you know, it'll pay off.
It could hit someone and drop, and he's got to tap, and it force defenders to knock it in their own goal or force stuff. I mean, we've seen the talking of the Forest game, you know, Dewsbury all in the first couple of minutes, but that tremendous crossing, and Milenkovic stuck head out, and we're winning 1-0 from nowhere, and we didn't look back from that, and that's what we have to do, and I just think we've stopped doing that. Jack Grealish has been fantastic. 8 goal involvements in 20 games, brilliant. But we're not going to have him at least till April, so we've got to look what we can get. It gives, said it before on another live, as we said it last week, it gives an opportunity for Tyler Dibbling to chase McNeil down now and go, well, I believe I'm better than you in a wide area and I'm going to show the manager, rather than just thinking, well, no matter sort of what I do, it's always going to be Grealish and Ndiaye at the moment. He could look and think, I can get past Dwight. Dwight's had a period of time sat on the bench going, I'm probably not going to play, and he's got in the team. So that's what Dibbling's got to look at. Great to have Ndiaye back, like we said. He carries a real goal threat for us as well as creating. You know, and Barry's got 3 in his last 4 or whatever it is, or 4 in his last 7. So I know it took him a while to get going, but if you look at his career at Bali, he was 18 games without a goal, and then once he started, he was a regular goal scorer. Yeah. So it'd be lovely to think he's up to that. That's sort of going to follow the similar path as what he had at other places. Gets the goal. Villarreal, he took a while to score, then he started regularly scoring. And I was saying to John on the other live, David Moyes made a really interesting comment about Barry, saying he's noticed in the last week or so since the Villa game as well, how vocal he is in training. He said, now you'd think that's a given for professional footballers, he said, but he haven't been like that, and he's really like... So, you know, he's feeling confident. We know Harrison Armstrong's doing well. So the squad could be in a better place now than it's been since early December, albeit without Jack. Don't know about him at the Boone. I'm not sure what's happening with him. No one seems to know.
Well, if he's injured, isn't he?
Well, Lazio apparently a bid for him, or an interested in him. So
I thought Lazio would be the nicest place for Tim at the Boone.
Well, I don't think he's interested. I don't think Everton are interested in selling him, but you know, that he's one. And there's obviously Alcaraz as well to come back. He's had a... Well, do we know? It's just a soft
We don't know what his injury was. The manager just doesn't tell anyone anymore. That's just the way it is.
That's okay.
That's what he wants to do. He never said what Dewsbury Hall's injury was.
No, never.
Do you know what I mean? And
never confirmed it or give a time scale or anything, did he? So, which is fine. That's fine. What have you made of the... We'll come back to the Leeds game in a second. But what have you made of the links with Lukaku the last 24 hours?
They are again,
back again, saying that Napoli have just brought in...
I'll be honest, if there was any opportunity to bring Lukaku back and that meant getting rid of Beto, then do it.
Well, before we come on here, we've just been speaking about Beto and Juventus, haven't we?
Yeah.
They're very interested. I've just had a message then saying apparently like they want Jonathan David out, who's scoring their goals, and they want Beto. So they've got 3 strikers who, in my opinion, are all better than Beto, which is Jonathan David, Lois Rapenda and Dusan Vlahovic.
And the other thing, he's not getting a contract either, is he? The American kid?
Weston McKennie.
He's not getting
out of contract.
He's not getting a contract, and he's scoring goals. So,
but if Everton, if they genuinely want Beto, there's 3 strikers there Everton could swap for him. And I think all 3 of them would do. I mean, the
noises are definitely like... the noises are obviously that Beto wants out. And I've got no issue with that whatsoever. I think this will be a perfect time for Beto to leave Everton.
Yeah. Because he's still done all right, and if he gets out now, you go, he was all right.
Well, he's got 18 months left, hasn't he? Yeah. They're not going to give him a new contract. They've obviously told him, which makes complete sense. But Everton obviously aren't going to let him go unless they've got someone to replace him, and that obviously that makes lots and lots of sense. So it will be a case of the window shuts 7 o'clock next Monday. I think it is. So it'll be a case of, and this is fair enough, Beto's side getting deals prepared, like almost like we saw a year ago when he was looking to go to Italy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's like they're getting the deals prepared.
Sereno, then.
Yeah, for something to happen if Everton can get something in place, and it'll be a case of in the next week, if Everton can get something in place, even if it's a loan for the rest of the season for a player, for someone who
it makes sense just to get a loan, wouldn't it? And then really have a look at it, and then
if that's Lukaku,
that brings Romelu Lukaku.
If that's Lukaku, then so be it. Do you know what I mean? He's not the Lukaku that left Everton, of course he's not, but and I know he's had injury problems, but Napoli are trying to do deals, but it looks like the other lad they wanted that we were after. It looks like that's not going to happen, and they've got rid of the lad to Forest.
He's just agreed a deal though for a striker for 19.
Yeah, so there's a lot. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of like ducks in a row. But it is good that Beto's side of it seems to be like, I can't number one. I mean, Juve used to be a big club, clearly not anymore. So if he goes there, that's absolutely mad. But he will score goals in Italy. He'll score goals because he's got a different kind of profile, and it's a different kind of, it's a different kind of league than it used to be. And we've seen that with the players that have failed in the Premier League are amazing in Italy. So if he goes there, but Everton, I've got to get someone in, and if that's Lukaku, that's Lukaku, and I'm sure a lot of Evertonians would be happy with that. That'll be a nice little sort of another one where getting the band back together. You know what I mean?
Well, he got thingy, didn't he? He still got he got 14 and 32 last year, so just shy of 1 and 2.
He's got to be playing for the World Cup, hasn't he? He's one of those players who's looking at the World Cup going, this is my last World Cup. I imagine. I mean, he still could have another one in him if he wants to. I mean,
true, isn't
he could have another one in him.
But he could, yeah.
Where he might look like I need to be playing games, and yeah, why not? Why not?
There's options, isn't there? I mean, if Everton do seem like they're looking to see what else is available if Beto was to go. See, the thing with Openda, why I like Lois Openda is he hasn't scored. He hasn't been great at all for Juve, which is why they're letting him go. But then that is that's how you get these players sometimes, and that he almost feels like a Moyes, one of those Moyes ones where it's you get them and he sort of revitalises them and brings them back. But he was sort of just under 1 and 2 at Leipzig, 21 and 38 for Lens, yeah. 28 in 66 for Vitesse. Gone to Juve, he's got 1 in 18. But he's only on loan. They're talking about cancelling that loan. So, I think he could come. The thing with him is he can play wide as well, Lois Openda. Yeah. So he's not bad. Vlahovic is one who's been linked with Everton for the last couple of seasons, hasn't he? His wages...
He's got a wage dispute, hasn't he?
I'm mad, aren't he? But he's still, I think, is he 20... What is he? 25. He was 25. 26, or just turned 26, or just about to turn 26 on Wednesday. 6'3", and hasn't been great for Juve, and yet still got 46 and 117. So,
well, he was another one, wasn't he? He was like, was it Florentina they got him from? And he was scoring goals for fun there. And he went to Juve again, and this has happened to Juve a few times in the last few years. Big money, and it just hasn't seemed to have worked the way they want it to work. Again, it's the wages, isn't it? It's the wage. What they won't play him because it's
So I wonder if Everton could just take him on loan for till the end of the season. He's got 3 and 13 this season, but again, it's all they're not convinced by him, and he doesn't feel great there. You know what I mean? And
put it this way: the manager doesn't want Beto. He doesn't believe in Beto. He doesn't think Beto has what he needs. When he's not scoring, what is he really offering you? We need someone that the manager will trust to put on, trust to start games, whatever it is. Not get in the way as such of Barry's development, but aid Barry's development every single day in training. Having that fella next to him who, will help him and that's that's been one of my biggest sort of issues with Beto and Barry is like they can't coexist off each other because what can Barry learn off Beto? Beto's still learning the game himself. The problem is he's like 28, so it's you need someone who can be there, who's been there. Lukaku, listen, if you were to say to me, he would be absolutely perfect. Will it happen? I mean, the chances of it are probably very, very small of it actually happening.
Yeah.
But clearly with Everton sort of sounding out, the Moroccan lads, it's that's what they're looking for. Someone with a bit of experience that can come in, play games, play the last 15, 20 minutes of games as well. Change things up for the team when they need it. Because you need 3 strikers, and at the moment we're only really living off one.
Well, we are, aren't we? And he's still learning the game himself. So, I mean, Vlahovic, he's free in the summer. And obviously, he's been linked with clubs like Chelsea and Spurs and things like that. But Juve want him off their wage bill. I just wonder if he'd be interested in coming on loan with a view to joining a Chelsea or something in the summer, but playing in the Premier League to sort of, get involved in that, learn the ropes with Everton. And who knows, if he finished strongly, could end up staying or something, but puts himself in a shot window for a move to the Premier League in the summer with how he will perceive it, a bigger club or a better club or whatever, a club in the Champions League maybe, come in and score a few goals. So he's a dead interesting one. The Jonathan David stuff, I don't understand why they wouldn't sort of go all in on him, because he's another one. They got him on a free transfer, didn't he? But again, he's only got 4 in 21, but he's a player that can play anywhere across the front 3. But now they're saying he wants, they want a new forward. Spalletti does like him, I think, but he wants a new forward. And now,
you wonder whether there's a lot of like internal politics there in terms of like a lot of these, like Juve as a club, when over the years, the way they were a club that had so many amazing Italian players in them, with a sprinkling of absolute top level European footballers. For me, almost at their peak when they had Zidane and Nedved and Edgar Davids and these kind of players just sprinkled into with absolutely amazing Italian players. Baggio and then Del Piero and I don't know. It seems to have just they've lost. I don't know. They've just seemed to have lost their
identity.
A bit of an identity, yeah. So, and I don't know whether now it's maybe too many sort of foreign players and not enough, your Italian core or whatever it is. I don't know, but they just don't seem to be in a situation where,
not at the moment,
where you look at them and go, wow, they were a powerhouse. They were always a powerhouse growing up, and I know Italian football's massively dropped off. You could say the same about Milan, easily say the same. Inter have sort of kept it going a little bit, but can't quite get over. We saw them in the Champions League last year when it actually came to the final. They just got destroyed. They looked like an old team. But it's just Italian clubs just seem to struggle because they can't financially, and they are getting a lot of what you'd say is cast-offs from the Premier League, and then they're buying in from like France, and the quality's just not there, and they're not making. You only have to look at the Italian national team; they're just not creating enough players. I mean, again, they're in the playoffs. If they don't get to this World Cup, that'll be the third World Cup in a row that they've not managed to get into, and it's absolutely crazy that Italy's. It's like
royalty.
It is, isn't it? They are the royalty there, and they were like in all of the European countries. For me, certainly growing up, they were like always the European country who had something else, just something else about them.
Defense, wasn't it?
But also the number 10 now. The number 10, and they've driven the number 10 out of the game. So there's no number 10s, no Totti's, no Baggios, no Del Pieros. There's countless others out there. They always had that one striker who, whether it was an Inzaghi or a Vialli or whoever it was at that one striker, and it's just not there anymore. It's so weird. It's just so weird, and it is everywhere.
It's odd. It is. The Jonathan David, I mean, they got him on a free.
Yeah.
It's 30 and 60 for Ghent for Lille, took him, and he got 87 and 178 for Lille. And he's gone there and he got 6 in 29. this season, playing a few positions, but he's an interesting one. But there's a couple of options if they genuinely did want Beto, where you could, Everton could sort of not really lose out because Beto's not playing well enough, and he looks like he's not checked out, but he's lost a little bit of what sort of gave him a bit of an edge, that effort and
he knows he's done, doesn't he?
He knows, yeah.
I think he knows he's done. And I think when a player knows they're done, you've got to get them out the door. And he knows there's... I mean, let's be honest, right? If you're Beto and if this is true about Juve, what an opportunity for the lad. Like, what an unbelievable opportunity to go and play for Juve. They are football royalty. Like, and that's just such an opportunity is just there for them. And you're just thinking, if Everton can just get a player, and let's be honest, if you can get someone physical, 6'3", 6'4", then
or someone really fast like a Pender, and he gives you something you haven't got. It gives you the different. He's a bit small. Obviously, he's 5'9", so we'd be going from a 6'5" striker to someone who's 5'9", but 5'9" and quick. So therefore, it gives you a different way of playing in a game. If you're chasing it, you're swapping out and you're putting someone in who's quick and you're playing it round the corner, soon sliding them in. Gives you a different option, playing wide, attack as a wide forward. If Juve are really coming for Beto, genuinely, and they want him, the player will be interested, like you said, 100%. It's Juventus, he will be interested. Then Everton have got to use that to go, well, we've got a week left. Yeah. You've got a couple of forwards who you don't play. Yeah. Can we make that work? Because we need a forward. We can't go, take Beto, right, what's around? Do you know what I mean? You may as well take from where they're coming and then try to solve it properly in the summer. Steve P says, I hope we've learned and we don't just go out like we have done recently at home and expect to win and be open. It's irrelevant where they are in the league. We should play the same way we've been doing away because that's what's been working. When we're expected to have more of the ball, we're poor and they're much quicker than we are. All that's relevant is getting the 3 points. I couldn't care less if they have 60% possession as long as we win. Yeah. James says, I want a big win. 3-0 to the Toffees. Cool. We all do.
Nice.
Graham Lloyd says, don't worry, I've put Dom in my fantasy side this week. So we won't score. Blue Jay says, Monday Night Football is terrible. I never watch it unless Everton play away. I'd rather sit and listen to my missus tell me all about the beef within the Beckham family than watch Jamie Carragher talk shite. Robert Jones says, afternoon, gents. Do you think there's any particular reason we've got so many Monday night games? We've got 6 already, and that's before they move more of our fixtures. Next nearest team to us is United with 4. Also, we've only got 5 Saturday. We'll only have 5 Saturday 3 p.m. kickoffs in the entire season. It's the lowest number, along with a couple of other teams. That's at least, if I can count properly, which isn't guaranteed.
It's because we're not in Europe. It's because we're not in Europe and we're attractive. It's that simple, isn't it? We're just, with the new stadium and stuff, we're getting these games, and of course the next one is like a Tuesday, so it's part of the midweek calendar. But that's the simple fact. We're being moved because other teams can't be moved because they're playing. It's been since the expansion of the Champions League, hasn't it? It happened last year. It's like Man United had loads last year, and they've had loads this year, and we've had more. It's because they're looking at who's like next, who the one teams who aren't in Europe, and this unfortunately, if we don't get into Europe, it'll probably be similar next season. Yeah, because we're attractive for that Monday Night Football. People want to look at our stadium and
I'm not doing all right.
On one hand, it's a compliment, but on the other hand, it's absolutely garbage. Yeah, for fans.
Not as bad away from home as such, but it is for the fans who are going. So it's just Monday night's just crap. It's not the weekend anymore.
It needs to be.
Do you know what I mean?
It just needs to be abolished.
Steve P says, do you think he scores? If he scores, he celebrates. I definitely think he does. He's always had a weird thing with the fans. He might have just felt unloved, mightn't he? So that's why. I don't know. Let's hope it's not a point that we have to think about because he doesn't score. Hopefully, we win and then we move on, don't we? And by next season, it's not a thing anymore, is it? He's played against us. We've done it. Harry says, we lost my dad to cancer yesterday. Thanks for all your content and chats over the last few months. You've kept me nice and distracted. Keep it up. You don't know how much stuff like this helps people out. Harry, sorry to hear that, mate. Ito says it would be good to see Patterson putting quality into the box, giving Barry a chance to attack the ball with his head.
How much do you think...
O'Keane will be back the weekend as well, won't he? In the squad.
Yeah. How much do you think... Obviously, that Scotland game's been announced. That's a real good incentive, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you wonder how much like that plays into the mind of the manager thinking, I'll bring him back for that game, like, because if he's fit. Do you know what I mean? You wonder whether that, like, because if he doesn't bring him back for a game at his own home ground, you would think that's you done. But sure, if he's playing in the Premier League.
But they've said, haven't he? Hasn't Clark said? It's Clark, isn't it?
I don't think he said, has he? I don't know.
I'm sure he said he's just got to get himself playing again. They haven't really got.
No, that's what I'm saying.
A nailed down right back, have they?
26-man squad for the World Cup. I mean, you know, be interesting.
Playing in the Premier League, as he is doing at the moment, he's going to get put back in the Scotland squad. Yeah. And then it's up to him. And especially if it's at Hill Dickinson, it's a great chance for him, isn't it? But yeah, he's got to, if he's playing tonight, just throw a few crosses over. Steve P says, I want to see Njai back on the left now that Grealish is out there. There's no reason not to. I just think he's better on. So you're putting up with McNeil on the right. No, but on the right though, he's wasted. He offers nothing on the right.
Maybe he wants Tyler Dibblin playing on the right.
I think he's better on the left, even though he's been good on the right. He's more of a threat. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's got more assists and goals. He's got more assists definitely playing on the right than he's got for us. He also says, I say that with the thought of McNeil not starting, although in reality, obviously he will. I wouldn't be playing him personally. Needs to be Dibbling on the right and then Jai on the left. Well, maybe that's what'll happen if he decides to play Dibbling in the future. He'll put Jai back on the left, but we'll see. Luke says, if KDH is fit, would you maybe play Armstrong on the right with Jai on the left to keep McNeil out? I get he played well against Villa, but for me, he's nowhere near good enough.
But then you're moving players out of position, aren't you? And you're just like shoehorning them in.
I don't think he's going to start. I mean, who knows? But I wouldn't be amazed, but I'd be really surprised if Dewsbury Hill starts tonight. Like really surprised. Yeah. But
he could have been bench, can't he? Come off the bench.
Training for 2 weeks for all.
He could come off the bench, can't he, and have an effect on the game. Comes on for the last half an hour or something.
Steve P says, said that, am I? Sorry. Daniel Harvey says, always wondered if we would have won something with Moyes under Moyes with Lukaku as a striker. I think we would. Might have just been a cup or something, but I think we would. Steve P says, Openda would score goals in this league. He'd instantly be our fastest player. You can see him going to someone like Villa and doing really well. Would have him in a heartbeat.
I remember him from Sky done a little documentary. It was about the transfer window. And they showed his move going to moving to Lens, and he had loads of teams interested in him, and he just said like he felt like Lens was the next step for him rather than wanting to jump 2 steps, and it was really interesting. He seemed like a really decent, like level-headed lad.
Good player, just doesn't sometimes just doesn't work, does he? He's got the ability, like. David Murphy says, do Everton receive more of the Sky revenue from the movement of games to suit Sky? I have no clue. No clue, mate. We get paid for being on. We get a big pot of money for being on.
You have that thing at the end of the season, don't you, how much you've got, which again I think is absolute nonsense. Like, again, this is something in football that needs to stop. Like, the share should be equal. No, it shouldn't. We've spoke about this loads of times where it's like, when it shows the teams who get most money because of the TV, and it's like, well, yeah, because someone picks. So Man United and Liverpool are always going to be on TV all of the time. I know it's not the case as much because Liverpool in the Champions League, but it was like, it shouldn't be like that. It should be an equal split. No one should get more money than anybody else just because they're on telly more. That's down to someone going, oh, let's put Liverpool on, let's put Man United on. That to me is nonsense. So you do get more money if you're on TV more times, and I just feel like that's another thing in football where it's like, well, this makes it uneven because who the bleeding hell wants to watch Wolves or wants to watch, like, you know what I mean? That's the point, isn't it? It's like they know less people are going to tune into Wolves versus Bournemouth So they're going to put them on less. So so they're getting less money. So it becomes that self-fulfilling prophecy, doesn't it? It's nonsense.
Yeah. I don't know. Like Pez said before, we're not in Europe. New ground. We've got Grealish. We're playing better footy. We're just attractive to put on and fill that Monday night slot, aren't we? So, Adam says, can we please make some noise tonight? Can't be arsed listening to every shite EFL song under the all night.
Fair
There has been some bad championship songs of late, hasn't it? Mills, he says, just on the kick-off times comment, the late night kick-off has big effects on the kids. Still waiting for the right game for my lad. That doesn't mean we get home at 11 o'clock in the middle of winter. Yeah. 11 o'clock's all right as well. That's normally more like 11:30 for these games. David Murphy says he didn't get a song. That's why he's fuming. Well, he probably was a bit. People can laugh at that and go, what's he asked for? But I suppose as a footballer, you want to be loved by everyone, don't you? And I think Dom scored some big goals and probably felt he was worthy of having his own song when other players who've done far less were sort of given a song. And again, it's not for us to... We can't sort of say you should be bothered, you shouldn't be bothered, because we're not that person. Yeah. Everyone wants to be told you're doing a good job. Everyone wants to be loved. And I imagine when you're a footballer and you're playing and you hear a set of fans singing a song about you, it gives you a huge boost. Look at Pickford. Pickford's like a friggin' little kid. Every time he starts singing, if the game's going well, he's doing his arms and doing all this, and you hear it. You know, I seen that Mane from Wolves talking about him, and he said sometimes he sings his song when he's on the pitch in his head, because the song is tremendous, like their song for
he's Brazilian.
Well, exactly, look at him.
He only cost 15 million, and we think he's brilliant. Richarlison. Sung in the manner of Richarlison. Yeah.
While washing his hands, if you remember, for COVID times, he was singing.
He loved it.
But they love it, and then that makes them players feel a bit better. Jack Grealish has talked about that song. You know, we had no money, so we signed Jack Grealish.
So we feel part of the club, don't we?
Well, we went to City and we signed Jack Grealish on. He loves that song, and it makes you... I think James Garner said something like he's got a bit of a song now as well, and he's made up. So Dom, rightly or wrongly, was upset, felt a bit upset that he didn't have a song, and he referenced it after that, I remember, and talking about his goal in the derby. And he had that thing where he was sat in the video room and he was speaking to him about it, and he was like talking about and he said, so he made some comment like, maybe they'll sing a song or something now, and that was like, so it was all there.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or you don't, we don't know what they feel like as players, and you want to try to boost every player, don't you? And he might have thought, how come Michalenko's got a really good song and I've scored loads of key goals? Well, they sing the Delafeu songs to Michalenko, don't they? But I haven't got a song. And that might have just really irked them.
That's upset me if I was Dominic Calvin.
You know what I mean? But Anthony Gordon had a song, didn't he? And things like that. Look at him. Now he's just got
let it go to his hair.
Well, he did let it go to his hair, but I don't know. I'm just saying that probably upset him. We can't say you're the divvy for letting it upset you, because that's it. Connor says there shouldn't be anything for Dom tonight. No booze, but no applause either. Okay. Everyone do their own thing for Dom, isn't it? If you feel like you don't want to clap him, fine. Don't. And if some people will boo him, I accept, and others might clap, and others might just do nothing. But let's go out and win the game. That's the most important thing. We have got a substitution. Jacob replaces Peter McPartland. And Jacob's in. Pulled something. He pulled something. Felt it. Just felt it. It was just a little twinge. Doesn't want to make it any worse. Been swapped out. Jacob's here for the last... See you later. Jacob's here for the last 20 minutes. You got to put the effort in here. Yeah. You got to run around, put your full hour into that last 15, 18 minutes. Go right through it. Not like Beto. Very much not like Beto at the moment.
He does run around
like Beto was last year.
Yeah.
Like Beto was last year. Just on Beto, I mean, what have you made? What have you made of all this? Because obviously, linked with leaving a few times. I didn't think this would really be a thing this month, to be honest, until Everton went after someone. I thought then you might see Beto. But this has been going on for the last few weeks, and it's Juventus. You know, the other day it was Fenerbahce's agent was speaking to them. Today it's Juventus. I mean,
it's Juventus, so I can imagine it's a big appeal for him. It's very appealing. It just depends on if we get someone. The club, there's no way they're going to let him go.
No.
And just Barry by himself. So I think it's just a wait and see. I can see it happening. I can see him also staying until the summer. It really just depends on, I think it's like a domino effect at the end of the transfer window. If one falls, then that will lead to other deals happening, and then we might have Beto beginning February, might have someone else with the number 9. Who knows?
Yeah. Because I think he does accept that his time's up.
Yeah.
I think it looks like he's accepted that. And obviously getting Tieno, Barry, young striker, paying 30 million quid, you look and go, well, are they really going to put him on the bench? But that's up to you to force him to be on the bench. And you have to... I'm a great believer in you should have 3 strikers at least at a Premier League club, because no one should be guaranteed the game.
Yeah. I mean, you were saying before about Openda, that he's something different and that can be good. You could then potentially, if you have 3 and you have someone like Openda, you can play 2 up top. You can do it now as well, but they're both very similar in stature, in height, Beto and Barry. So getting a third, maybe of a different profile, because 3 of the same doesn't make much sense.
No. And I think the only way, to be fair, the only way that it comes in, another striker comes in, is if Beto goes. Anyway. Yeah. I just don't see us.
That's it, yeah.
Doesn't seem, that's all, like Everton are going for another striker to keep Beto, so that'll be it.
But I mean, it just depends. The club has to... Would you look at someone while knowing Beto's out the door, or would you be looking around? So selling Beto, does that come first or afterwards, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I wouldn't let him go without having someone. It's too risky. Okay. Too risky play. Because if you can't get it, you're knackered.
Yeah.
You've got nobody. So the only way is either the swap deal with Juve.
Yeah.
If it's a loan, you know, we want to loan this player off you, then you loan Beto, whatever. Or you set up a deal for another striker. Yeah. And then you would do the agreement with Beto, sell him, you buy the other striker. But you'd have to have them ducks in a row. You can't. In the summer, you can. You've got a lot of time. Yeah. But now, with a week to go, we couldn't.
No, it's too...
I've said before, we had 4 last year. We had 4 strikers. Yeah. Schmidt, we had Dom, you know, Beto.
Yeah.
And we had Brozier.
And I mean, it went like, there was one point, I think that was in around this time last year, when it was only Beto.
It was that Beto.
And we had 4 strikers. Now we have 2. So imagine that injury luck hits our strikers.
And then you're just there with 1. So I mean, that's why I find it a bit mad that you only have 2 strikers in the squad. You should always have 3. But we have only got 2. So that's why there's no way they'd let Beto go. Unless they do manage to do a deal with another one.
Yeah.
So, interesting. What are you thinking about tonight then? You know, it's Leeds. I think they'll be difficult. But I mean, you know, they're there to be beaten, aren't they?
I like it when Everton go at teams, especially at home. But I wouldn't mind seeing them drop off today. That has worked away from home. And Leeds are very energetic, very quick midfielders and wingers. Nonto, who we've been linked with this time of year for the last... Always linked with him. So I wouldn't... If we go at them and their energy and we're open, it could cause problems. But if we sit back and hit them, That's what I would do. But I am optimistic. I think after the Villa game, injuries, players are coming back. So there's like this good feel around the club. So that makes me optimistic, and I'm hoping for a win. Draw would be a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
I would say Everton win.
I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's a winnable game. It's there to be won. You know, and the incentive is huge. If Everton win tonight, they go 7th.
Yeah.
But it's 7th in a league that is basically, we'd have 35 points. So we're 2 off Chelsea in 5th. We'd be 3 points behind Manchester United, who have got the 4th Champions League spot. And it's, you know, at the moment. So we'd be 1 win off a Champions League place. Now, we all know Everton aren't going for the Champions League place, but just to be able to say that would make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Would make a huge difference. And it really, when you go away and get a win, it makes a huge difference to follow it up with a win at home.
Yeah.
It sort of boosts your points away from home, if that makes sense. And then that'd be 2 wins on the run. Then all of a sudden, everyone's going to Brighton at the weekend thinking, we can make this 3. Brighton are a good side, you know, but they're not amazing.
They're not
You can get at
unbeatable.
them. And Everton have had a good I think Everton have won 3 of the last 4 or something at Brighton.
Yeah.
You know, I think something like that. So Everton have got a good record down there. The next to us, the 2 points behind us in the league, we win tonight, they'd be 5 points adrift of us going into that game. So, you know, we put ourselves in a really good position. 35 points, we'd be we'd be like 2 points above Sunderland and Newcastle, Brentford, be above Fulham, and we'd be 1 point behind Liverpool, you know. But it's easier said than done.
It is.
You've got to go out and do it.
You have to get the job done, honestly. 90 minutes. I just really, it's me being optimistic and naive, but I'm looking forward to the game, although late, freezing cold here. But I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully positive chats tomorrow.
Well, it'd be nice to sit here tomorrow and just talk about the win, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be it. And 35 points, then you do start thinking, you know, we can keep this going. We're in a fantastic position.
Yeah. And it's all about chipping away and getting points.
That's all it is.
You don't want to leave it too late and be like, we're missing X amount of points. It's a long season, so you have to take advantage game by game, see what you can get, and then if Everton finish in a Europe position, great.
Lovely.
The away days, ooh. Imagine going to Spain, something like that. Watch Everton. Yeah.
Be lovely. Gary Wall says Dom scores an own goal tonight and then gets a standing ovation. Yeah. 1-0 win, own goal from Dom, and then we clap him off.
With a song.
Yeah, when we're 5-0 up, he can score one.
Yeah.
And then we'll clap
him. David Murphy, just on Dom, says, I get the psyche of it all, but it's all very narcissistic. I hold no malice for the lad. He's gone and we move on. No, we do move on. We move on by winning tonight and then it's done. He's returned. We've won the game. We move on. We all move on then, don't we?
He missed the first game of the season.
He did, yeah. So, he'd only just signed, hadn't he? So,
yeah.
Brien said, just got in from my constitutional in -8. He's in Sweden, is Brien. He said, yes to Ron, but Wade is a stumbling block. Why not have 3 strikers? Well, yeah, but I just think there's enough interest in Beto that Everton would want to take a deal now if they could have a replacement. They're going to sell him in the summer. He'd obviously possibly be cheaper in the summer for someone because he don't have a year left. Everton, Moyes might just be like, I don't care if he goes now because he's not really part of me thinking, especially if you had another striker on the card. Say it was like, it seems very unlikely, but say it was Romelu Lukaku, done it in the Premier League, scored goals and all that, Moyes would be like, yes, please. Let's take him. We'll see. Gary Ward says it's -10 into Memphis at the moment. It's not going to be quite that here. It's
No.
windy though here. That's the problem.
It's the cold.
It's cold.
wind.
It's like 2 or 3 degrees. But
Yeah.
it's windy. And the wind is absolutely freezing cold. It's free. Like the weather tonight. Night. It's 5 degrees. Oh, great. It's going to piss down as well. Marvellous.
What's going to rain?
Yeah. Yeah, basically from 6 o'clock.
I normally walk as well. I don't
From
think-
6 o'clock, it's raining all night.
Oh, wow.
And it's 5 degrees. That feels like -3. Brilliant. And it's going to piss down all day tomorrow as well. So there you go, according to the weather forecast. Steve P says, Baz, what player was James talking about earlier when he said something about 6 mil? And you said his first games against us. Oh,
Oscar Bob.
Oscar Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Fulham buying Oscar Bob. Saying his first, he might be in the squad for Saturday, but his first home game's Everton. So there you go. It says, also, would you have had Traore? Looks like he's going to West Ham for 2 million. I probably would have, purely for that pace, which is completely alien to us. Even though he's frustrating, he'd offer us something completely different, and it'd be a threat off the bench.
2 mil's not in it.
2 mil is nothing, and is he better than just having an academy kid on the bench that you're not going to put on?
He's an out and out right winger as well, isn't he? He's not
Doesn't
like,
do nothing.
he's rapid.
He's got no
But he's got no end product at all.
exactly. Yeah.
He's rapid, and
That's just like an outball.
when you see him stood on the side of the pitch rubbing his baby oil on his arms, then naturally your bottle goes,
Yeah.
don't you? But he's just...
I mean,
For Fulham, he scored 4 goals in 78 appearances as a forward player. For Wolves, he scored 14 in 194 games.
I feel like he had one good season, and that was a season where he did really well against City, home and away.
Yeah, well, he got 2 at City,
yeah.
didn't he? He got 6 that year in 54 in all competitions.
Yeah, and he was at Barcelona.
Yeah. Well, I think he tried to get him to Everton when he was here, Martinez, because he was in Barcelona B as a forward.
Oh, really?
And he was he was big and powerful, and Everton we got Delafeu, and we were trying to get him as well to come in, and we couldn't get it done. But
I think I saw something as well, a little side thing. He was looking at going play in the NFL as like one of those wide.
yeah, he's just a wide
because he's
receiver.
so athletic.
Yeah,
and
he's
just
unbelievable.
fast and
Power.
strong. Yeah.
He's played 439 career games, and he scored 33 goals.
How many assists? What was I say?
You're making me go on the transfer market here.
Don't need to get it up.
Go on, you go and look. You go and look on transfer market and come back to me. Convince me that 2 million for Adama Traore is worth Everton doing.
35 goals, 69 assists, and 450 games. It's not bad.
That's not. It's
one
I'll
in
be honest,
4
that's better than I thought.
GA.
But I still look at him and think,
I just think with the players that we have, they're all very similar, and he's the complete opposite to all of them.
But that's time you take away from Dibbling then.
If he's not going to play Dibble anyway, he's going to play Dwight McNeil.
No, but I'm saying instead of Dibbling coming off the bench, you probably for the last 20 years you probably
Mark
give him
Foster said
time.
Traore deal to West Ham's off.
Yeah, it is.
Oscar Bob's not 6 million, by the way. Oscar Bob is how much did you say?
30.
30 million.
Yeah.
So not a steal,
35.
but he's a good player.
Mm.
Yeah, Daniel, that is mad. When you watch Rafinha now, it's unbelievable to think he played for Leeds in the
Yeah.
Championship.
Yeah.
Did he play in the Championship?
Yeah.
Or did they buy him the first season he got promoted?
I think.
I feel like they bought him from Spain, from France, the year they got promoted.
He was at Rennes, no?
He was at Rennes, or was it Stade Rennes? Was it
No, I
Rennes?
think it was
No,
Rennes.
Mike Rennes.
And then
I'm almost certain it was the first summer they got promoted. They bought him. I might be wrong.
I haven't
be
got a
like-
clue. But he's
But he's
on
unbelievable.
fire.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's so consistent, and
Yeah.
he's just come back from injury now. He was injured recently, and he's already. They won 3-0 at the weekend, and he might have scored.
Never played in the Championship.
No, it was that summer, wasn't it?
He played the Premier League, yeah.
It was that summer that he come in. But yeah. But he was a hell of a footballer. It's mad to think he went to that newly promoted team when you look at him, how good he is now for Barca. But
Yeah.
it's the Premier League, isn't it? And it's money. You are having one there, Daniel. But they were a newly promoted team, so it's like Burnley, isn't it? Or Leeds now buying someone of his, just doing what he did last time, and then in a few years he's like unbelievable, because that's what he was like. Yeah. Yeah. Traore.
James says yes.
I think for 6 months that's not a bad deal. It's not like it's not the future of Everton, but I just think 6 months.
Just 6 months.
End of the season, yeah.
Okay, yeah. But I thought you said 2 million, or was that the loan fee?
But what does he do?
He's just rapid, isn't he?
Yeah, but what does he do?
I just think whilst sort of they're spending so much time on like an Ndai, Grealish if he comes back with like the doubling up on him, he's just open up free, just sprints past everyone, gets the ball.
He came on when we beat them 2-0 at home and we destroyed them. Yeah. And he came on. I think he had a shot straight away and he didn't touch the ball again for the last 25 minutes.
He loses the ball a lot.
I just think all of our wingers are so similar. He's the opposite. I'm not saying he's like the best.
No.
I'm just saying for 6 months, we need someone who's fast, and he's the fastest.
I mean, I could be fast. I've got not saying he has no technique.
We just see 1 and 4 is not bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Across his career.
True. That's true.
We haven't got anyone like that.
There's
and he'd make people think you've got to keep an eye on him. It's just that I imagine we'd all be like that. Because he'd get into great positions, wouldn't he? And then he can't find. He should have, really. That lad should end up with at least 10 assists every season. He's that rapid and that powerful. Yeah. He should be able to score 5 goals at least and get 10 assists at least every season. He's massive. Puts the Al Baby oil on his arms. Steams down that line. He's powerful. He should be impossible to stop almost. And he isn't. You play again, you look at him and you go, you're worried, and then he comes on, and after about 5 minutes you just go, yeah, he actually isn't very good. But I know what you say. We don't have any option. Then 5 minutes. We don't have any option. I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
He would be a good outball. Say you're winning, and you just.
Carla said though. Carla's right. Carla said he'd be too quick for our team. He'd run down the wing and put the ball in. No one would be in the box. They'd all still be on the halfway line watching. You'd almost have to play him that day. He played against City. They played him as a striker.
Yeah, I mean he has us.
And I remember he got slid in, yeah.
I'm not saying but he has also played right back / wing back. Like, do you not think?
No.
I'm sure he's got no sense of like defending, but he's got the pace to catch up.
Because he wouldn't have a clue where to be.
But he's got the pace to make up for it.
He's the next Antonio for Moyes.
Which way?
The next Antonio for Moyes. Right back to striker.
Like that
your face when I said that. Oh,
because he just terrified me.
I mean,
imagine seeing him at right back at
He's got no sense.
He'd just be up there running. You'd be going, but there's a fucking winger here, and you're down the other end. He'd be running back with his baby.
You just tell him, if anyone gets near you, just shoulder barge them, and if they get past you, you'll catch up.
You'd look around. He'd just be doing one arm press ups in the corner, like looking at himself with his baby oil on his glistening muscles. Probably be some people who admire his physique might be happy, but I think as a football team, no, not for me. He's not for me.
I was being half serious there. I mean, he's played there before.
You're trying to back out of what? If you're gonna come at me like that, come at me with real conviction and say we should have him at right back. Don't back out now.
I don't even agree.
He was 20. Yeah. He was 30 yesterday as well. So happy birthday, Adama. I know you're probably watching, listening to see whether James wants you and Jacob wants to retrain you to be a right back, which is fine.
That's all I said.
But,
I'll stand by it.
The what?
6 months, I think it's a good deal.
Okay.
I just feel like he's clueless going forward. He just runs, head down.
Really slow and clueless.
Yeah, but they can... Okay, no.
He's just good at running really fast.
He's a good, yeah.
What's the one thing we don't have?
So if we have a sprint team it'd only be him, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Remember that video Everton done in the summer? And they were like, who's your 4x100 team?
Oh, yeah.
And they were looking around going,
Yeah.
Everyone's
who's
so
fast? They didn't have a clue, did they? They're like Branthwaite.
That's it.
They were like looking around the gym. When you have to look around to think who's quick.
And not
one of them said McNeil.
No.
Yeah, one of them said McNeil.
No. I'm going to watch that back now.
What's
Whoever said McNeil.
It was incredible. He was just like, probably... Not like...
Yeah, no one came.
He should be able to go straight away.
Yeah.
They'll lay the first three, then they're dead quick. They were like...
But McNeil's what comes to mind when you talk about slowest, probably. So, yeah, let me... Yeah, but fastest.
Lola says baby oil's a sign of a wrong'un. Look at Diddy. There you go. Daniel says Traore at right back and O'Brien up front.
Okay, now people are just...
There you go. Daniel says could bring us a few quid with the Johnson's baby oil sponsorship though. See, Daniel's thinking outside the box. Daniel's thinking partnerships,
Yeah,
new baby oil sponsors, increasing revenue. I'll be honest, he's not on the list, my list that I wanted Everton to go and buy.
No.
Or loan.
But say we end the transfer window and we don't get anyone, would you take on transfer deadline?
I'd take you at 7:01 on transfer deadline day, James, just to see you holding the shirt like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Toffees, can't wait to see you at the Hill Dicko with a shirt.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that doesn't really count as a question, I'm afraid. David Earl says, put 6 past them. Come on, Everton, surprise us.
There we go.
I was looking at West Ham. They were pure crap, aren't they, at the moment? And they were 3-0 up at half-time at the weekend. I was like, imagine being 3-0 up at half-time. Imagine a whistle goes tonight at half-time and it's Everton 3, Leeds 0. And you're just like, what a half that. And then come out and you can be bored in the second half.
Yeah.
Play the game out 3-0.
Have a bit of a sing.
Yeah, just not, and just enjoy it, you know. Oh, there's a diamond strike, but a diamond strike, or if you got it right back, you can have all the conversations.
Out of all the
when the game's boring.
We went from Lukaku to Adama Traore.
That's what, you never know what the hour brings, James. I mean, you've come in, you've only been on 20 and you've caused havoc. Very much like what James was saying, Adama Traore.
Controversial take.
As a sub. It's 30 million. I don't know where 6 million come from, Steve. James definitely never said 6 million for Oscar Bob before. But just for.
Wait, I know what it'll be. I said Harry Wilson's got 6 months left.
Yeah, we were talking about Wilson, and you've heard the 6 and Will and.
I said because they're getting Oscar Bob, should we go?
Yeah,
Wilson?
And you were probably thinking, I'll forward ahead to the live later. Baby oil, Adama Traore, and all of a sudden your head got scrambled, something like that. Gary said we had a massive winter storm roll through over the weekend. I believe so. And according to some weather experts, it's on its way to the UK, where we're going to have a week of snow. I don't believe it, but there you go.
It's cold enough.
Yeah.
Don't need snow.
Mark Mack says, I would not want baby oil arms. I'd rather have the Mari Greyback. Steve says, Baz, thoughts on Jordan James from Leicester? He's got 9 goals and 3 assists in 24 games from midfield, and he's only 21. He's on loan from Rem. Yeah, he was at Birmingham, wasn't he? I think Everton did look at him, fell well. I think, like the look of him, I think. Well, they looked at him anyway. Get them all, Steve. Get them all and build. Just build. That's what we need. Mark Mack says, I seen a post from a Newcastle fan saying, I can see why Everton laughed at us with Anthony Gordon. All the comments were like, yeah, no end product, and he's making us worse.
Yeah, he's don't they?
Penalty,
they do?
Penalty merchant,
Yeah.
Mm.
It wasn't it a thing that it was like it's been over a year now since he scored a goal from open play. Or did he score the other day?
Scored the other day, it was his first time in.
Yeah. Mental.
I remember when we were selling him, it was like he's got 4 goals and went 2 like...
3 of them were deflections.
That's
well,
it.
one hit his heel.
That's it.
But Charlison's
was
one
a proper goal, was it?
brushed at him. The bit.
Was anything like a proper goal?
That season when he got 4 for us,
It was
he had
something
the
like,
deflection against Man United, didn't it? The other one hit his heel. And I think Did he have? I'm sure he had another one that was a deflection as well.
Yeah, so his output wasn't great.
The season we sold him, he scored a good goal at Leeds when he slid it under the keeper, and he scored a good goal against Brentford away. The long ball, remember, and he took it down and finished. It was a good finish. And then he scored the tap-in against Crystal Palace off Michalenko's shot.
Yeah, I remember.
And he tapped it in the lines and gave offside, and then when they look back at it, he was like where Jacob was, and you were the Palace defenders and the goalie, and he ran for him there as the shit. It was like ridiculous. Everyone was like, "How's the lines?" and even put a flag up there, crazy. But his other goals, with deflections and. But listen, I said it at the time. It was a good deal for us, and it was a good deal for them. They wanted someone with pace in wide areas. We had a player who didn't want to play for us and had threw his hand in and stopped turning up for training and couldn't be asked. And therefore, he'd come through the ranks and we got 40 to 45 million for him. So it's a good deal. And he done brilliantly at Newcastle for 18 months. Done really good for 2 years even. But he had his head turned by Liverpool and he wanted to go to Liverpool and he'd done to them sort of what he did to us, which is just drop his level a bit. And once defenders know what you're going to do, you have to be clever with it. He's just a direct runner. He gets it, knocks it and runs after it. We've just been talking about Adama Traore. Well, he's better than Traore. He's got much better output, better footballer. But you've got to come up with different ways to be successful. Teams think he's just going to knock it past me. His left foot's not great, but he does just cut it back. So if I go with him, just cut the back off, and that's what they started doing. And
you got to switch it up.
That's it. And then the fans are on his back a little bit because he's not doing it anymore. And very quickly you can fall out.
And they have Harvey Barnes, who's doing really well
every game.
Yeah,
and is like a better version of Gordon. So listen, he is what he is. He's not our problem, is he? Someone else's problem. So
good money, and
it happens. The Forest fans are saying the same about Dyche. You know, I can see what they.
Oh yeah.
Why Everton fans couldn't have him. Can't be watching this. Even ones who did won yesterday, they were just like, this can't go on.
I mean, the talk was, Everton fans are ungrateful for what he did and stuff, and without knowing the whole picture.
Just without watching Everton every
exactly.
week. And now they're seeing it, and they've got some good players, and they've got reduced them down to thinking the relegation battlers. So, but listen, it happens. It happens. Eddie said, "Isn't Harry Wilson the next Liverpool player?" Yeah,
academy though, no.
Years ago, years and years ago, and not an issue really. Do you think if West Ham go down, says Steve P, or do you think he'd have bigger suitors? Can't believe we didn't go after him. What a steal! 100% is where I would be. The first port of call would be West Ham for Juve.
I saw straight away in pre-season.
100%. Me and James were talking about him in May. We was on our list for who Everton should target.
Yeah,
18 million. It was a no-brainer for me, and we let him go to West Ham. But he's had a year in the Prem. He'll have had a year in the Prem, won't he? If they go, although they're making a good fist of it now. Never say never, do you? Absolutely, Steve. Go and try and buy him. Because they'd won probably 25, 30 million for him, but he'd be worth it because he's only 20 or 21 or something. He'd be your left back for a good number of years. He can play higher up. He's powerful. He's quick. His crossing ability is unbelievable. Be fantastic, but I don't know whether Everton are looking on those lines, but they should be. They should have been looking along those lines in the summer, for me.
I mean, they did bring Asnu in, who's a left back, but I think Diouf is more ready, and you've seen it this season, you know?
Yeah, but Asnu, if you had them two, and I don't know what's happening with Michalenko, he's inside the deal at the moment, so Everton might be like, we're not that bothered. I don't know. They might be just about to sign, who knows, but Asnu, I'm sort of looking a bit higher up as well and thinking, you know what?
Yeah,
he could be a good option on the left wing, actually, with the pace. Build yourself up a bit. You could be a real, so never had too many good players.
No, that's true.
All. Right, we're done. Everton Leeds tonight. We're all off the game. Hopefully Everton can get the 3 points. It's going to be tough. There's no question about it, but they're below Everton. They're there for a reason. and we should have a couple of players back, and we've got an absolute great opportunity to put ourselves into the mix and put even bigger distance between the teams in the bottom half of the table. And it'd be great to just, you know, to head into the Brighton game on the back of that. And who knows, you know, could end up with this time next week's deadline day, isn't it? We could end up with a couple of extra players as well. That really boosts everything. And, you know, AJ Rosenthal said just jumping on board, so I'm not already sure if you've discussed them, but Mane from Wolves, well, they're going, aren't they? And Everton have watched him on a number of occasions.
All like the top teams looking at him now, aren't they?
Yeah, but
50 million, I've seen someone say.
That's nonsense, isn't it? It's utter nonsense. He's 18, he should play about 4 games. They're not getting 50 million for him. But you get in there, don't you? They're the ones you go. And if he's got any sense, you'd look at Everton before looking at like a City or a Chelsea to go there, do all right for a year or two, and then I'm 21, going to them clubs who are, and who knows where Everton will be by then.
Yeah.
But you've got to have them. You've got to have them players ready to go. You know, and who knows, we could end up giving a couple of players to Wolves for them. Not mentioning any names. So there you go. We'll see anyway. There's just a little matter of Leeds at home. So come on, let's go and do it.
Yeah, loud stadium, hopefully, good atmosphere.
Wrap up
3
well.
points. Yeah.
Oh, no. Wrap up well. Tonight's going to be freezing, and we will see you also. I mean, me and Ped will be back after the game at the match reaction stuff, so check that out as well. Big thanks to Jacob. Like, subscribe, do all that. See you later. Bye.